Title: The Translator's Mistake and the Unexpected Encounter. A romance between languages and flavors. Characters: Elena, a freelance translator, passionate about languages, but with a limited social life. Javier, a Spanish chef, owner of a small restaurant called El Sabor de España, with a sparkling sense of humor and a passion for cooking. Señora Rosa, a regular customer of the restaurant. Javier's rant, with a sharp eye for detail and a generous heart. Miguel, Javier's best friend, a bartender with a dramatic flair and an ability to create exotic cocktails. Isabel, Elena's friend, an expert in digital marketing, who encourages her to leave her comfort zone. Synopsis: Elena, working from her small apartment full of dictionaries and language books, receives an urgent request from a translation agency. Translate the menu of the new Spanish restaurant, El Sabor de España. Due to the rush and a small typographical error, croqueta de la abuela it turns into witch's croquettes. On opening day, Javier's restaurant is filled with curious customers. Some laugh, others wonder if it's a joke, and Mrs. Rosa, a client he is faithful, he points out the mistake to Javier. Javier, instead of getting angry, decides to take it with humor. "Perhaps we have a secret recipe," exclaims Javier, winking at the customers. "Tonight, we're making witch's croquettes, a special recipe from my grandmother, or perhaps a very friendly witch." Meanwhile, Elena, upon discovering the mistake, feels terrible. Isabel, her expert friend in marketing, she encourages her to go to the restaurant and apologize in person. "It's an opportunity to meet new people," Isabel tells her. Elena, nervous, arrives at the restaurant. The atmosphere is lively, and Javier, with his contagious smile, is busy attending to the clients. Miguel, the waiter, adds a touch of drama to serving cocktails with mysterious names. When Elena approaches Javier and explains the mistake, he laughs and thanks her for giving him an idea for the night. "The witch's croquettes are a success," he tells her. Javier proposes to Elena to collaborate to create a bilingual menu and correct the errors. During the work sessions, which become long conversations about food, languages, and life, Elena discovers Javier's passion for cooking and his love for Spain. Javier, for his part, feels attracted by Elena's intelligence and sensitivity. Mrs. Rosa, who observes everything from her table, decides to intervene. "These two have chemistry," she says to Miguel. "We have to do something." With the help of Miguel and Mrs. Rosa, Javier organizes a surprise dinner for Elena at the restaurant, decorated with candles and flowers. Elena, upon arriving, finds herself with a magical atmosphere and a table set for two. During dinner, Javier tells Elena stories of his childhood in Spain, of his grandmother cooking in the kitchen, and of his dream of sharing the flavors of his land with the world. Elena, moved, tells him of her love for languages, of how words can connect people, and of her desire to travel and meet new cultures. At the end, from the night, Javier gives Elena a book of old Spanish recipes, with dedications from his grandmother. Elena, excited, thanks him with a kiss. Epilogue: Elena and Javier continue their romance, combining her passions for languages and cooking. Elena creates a website for the restaurant, with bilingual recipes and stories of the dishes. Javier, for his part, teaches Elena to cook authentic Spanish tastes. The taste of Spain becomes a meeting place for people of different cultures, where stories, laughter, and of course, delicious croquettes are shared. From the grandmother, now with the correct translation.